The air hung heavy and still, cicadas buzzed, a constant reminder of the stifling heat. Inside I was home alone, the silence broken only by the hum of the refrigerator. Summer nights in the suburbs were usually peaceful, not tonight. Restless, I paced from room to room, each one echoing with emptiness. My hand trembled as I poured a glass of water, my mind replaying my wife's parting words, "Don't wait up." She was working the night shift, leaving me alone with my unease. I tried to shake off the feeling, telling myself it was just the heat playing tricks on me. But deep down, I knew better. Something felt off. I decided to check the backyard. The night air was cool, and a slight breeze rustled the leaves, adding to the eerie atmosphere. We hadn't had rain in weeks, and the grass crunched under my feet as I made my way across the lawn. Each step seemed louder in the stillness of the night. The night was unusually dark, the moon hidden behind a thick blanket of clouds. It felt as if the darkness was pressing down on me, making it hard to see. I strained my eyes, trying to make out the shapes at the edge of the yard where the trees pressed close, their branches heavy with unseen things. Shadows seemed to dance and shift, playing tricks on my mind. That's when I saw him. A tall, shadowy figure, barely discernible against the darkness. He seemed to be watching me, his presence sending chills down my spine. He stood motionless, almost blending with the trees, but I knew he wasn't one of them. His stillness was unnerving, as if he was waiting for something. My heart pounded in my chest, a drumbeat against the silence of the night. Each thump echoed in my ears, amplifying my fear. Fear, cold and sharp, shot through me. I was certain now, I was being watched. The sensation was overwhelming, making it hard to breathe. My hand flew to my pocket, fumbling for my phone. My heart was pounding so loudly I could barely think straight. The screen illuminated my face as I punched in the emergency number, my finger hovering over the call button. I hesitated, fear gripping me. What if he saw the light? What if it provoked him? The thought sent chills down my spine. But I was trapped between terror and the desperate need for help. My mind raced, weighing the risks. I had to take the chance. I held my breath and pressed the button, praying for a quick response. The ringing of the phone seemed deafening in the quiet night. Each ring felt like an eternity, stretching my nerves to the breaking point. Finally, a voice, calm and reassuring, answered. 911, what's your emergency? Relief washed over me. I took a deep breath and forced the words out, my voice trembling. I think there's someone in my backyard. My heart raced as I waited for their response. The operator's voice kept me tethered to reality as I described the figure, my surroundings, my fear. I could barely keep my voice steady, my heart pounding in my chest like a drum. Every second felt like an eternity. With each passing moment, the tension ratcheted up, the darkness seemed to close in around me, making it hard to breathe. I couldn't tear my eyes away from the trees, but the figure was gone. The silence was deafening, and I strained my ears for any sound, any hint of movement. Had he moved? Was he closer? My blood ran cold. The uncertainty was unbearable, and my mind raced with possibilities. The sound of sirens pierced the night, growing louder as they approached. It was a small comfort, knowing help was on the way. Relief washed over me, followed by a surge of adrenaline. The police were here. I felt a glimmer of hope, but the fear still lingered. They fanned out, their flashlights cutting through the darkness, searching for any sign of the intruder. But he was gone. Vanished without a trace. It was as if he had never been there at all. They assured me they would patrol the area, but as they drove away, leaving me standing alone in my doorway, the feeling of dread remained. The night was far from over. He was out there, somewhere in the shadows, and I was left to wonder, would he be back? The thought haunted me, making it impossible to find peace.